creators on YouTube love to do this thing, right? Love to do this thing. I'm gonna make the chat smaller so I can bend back. Make the chat smaller so I can bend back when I have my face blocked. I just peeped that. There, okay. Now we got it. Okay. One of the things you learn growing up is that whether you believe it or not, your race has played a part in how somebody somewhere down the line has viewed you and your accomplishments and or things you've done wrong. Obviously, it's been said by much smarter people that the criminal justice system does not fare towards those of darker skin, those without money, etc. non grata. This is not about what it's like when you're older. This is about what it's like when you're younger. When I went to elementary school, I used to think about how teachers would act with me. I used to think about the allowances that I was given. I used to think about the chances I was given. I used to think about anytime a kid blamed me for something and it got to a point where like a teacher needed to be involved or even the principal needed to be involved, I wasn't looked at as a bad kid. And I used to wonder if my behavior was so terrible because the most that I would ever get admonished for was talking too much in class, which now I understand was a symptom of my ADHD. So that's interesting. I was always bored in class because like the work was always so easy. I would read, I'd get through like a couple chapters while people were still on like chapter 2 of a book. Just always high marks. Teachers used to pull me aside and they used to say things like, make sure you stay away from drugs, stay in school, finish college, da-da-da this, da-da-da that, you're really smart, you could do it. And I used to think to myself that I earned each one of those accolades. I used to think that I was truly like a gifted kid. And I know that this is such a common syndrome that literally people have made memes about it. Just follow me here. Just follow me here. I used to think that I was I don't want to even say like I had a larger purpose. I kind of just want to say like I felt like I was being chosen to lead. See, I can do this during a segment now. I'm inviting somebody to the stream. I think they'll like it. See, this is like what I wish I could do. But like if I was off stream, I could just stop recording and then hit it record again and then just merge the two together. With streaming, you got to be consistent with it. Because even though I can edit it out here, I can't edit it out during the live broadcast. I need to just understand that in order for me to feel comfortable, that I might have to literally in the middle of a video be like, hey, this is something that I think is important to me at the moment. So I apologize if you were really liking the thought and it just got cut off. Just give me a second, I'll continue. I'm giving you time during the video to get a snack, get a break, Don't just flick it off, grab some water, ingest what I'm saying for a second. And I like that. Like, I like being fun with you, You're you, the camera. Somebody out there is watching somewhere. Oh, you're having fun. That's a conversation, I'll pass you the L. Here, take the L. Hey, take the L. Boom, baby. Hey, smoke up with me. What's up? What are you talking about? Roll up a Dutch. Roll up again. Do not perceive me. Do not perceive me. I am ethereal. I've learned how to type my URL to my channel. It actually has something to do with the topic at hand. I've actually learned to type my channel so fast now because let me in your stream elements, bro. Bro, oh damn, I can't do it right now, but I'm gonna go back later and I'm gonna check because you watched me on stream fix all that. Like, you watched me on stream fix all of that. Sure, we would love to hear something whack. You got that shit as super moderator again. Anyway, being black and poor. Yo, I used to swear, yo, that these people, no way, oh my God, no way, yo, everybody, Mercury retrograde hit him, bro. We're gonna talk about that, Anyway. My chat has people and we're having a conversation. Let's fucking go. And if you don't get what that's in reference to, please watch the segment that probably came before this when I uploaded it. Yeah. I used to think I earned all that shit. And then I started realizing to myself, yo, these teachers probably just see me as another black kid who's like got some brains. Make sure he get out the hood. And I used to wonder why the fuck, I wondered this so much later in life, but I used to wonder why the fuck were they always on my ass about like certain things? Like, they didn't talk to every kid that way. They didn't see certain kids as savable. Like, how you a teacher and you don't see that? Like, what's up with you? Where are you working? Homie, where you working? Like, what is you doing? What is you doing, baby boy? Oh my God, I picture what was going on in my household when I was a kid. And I don't know if I know my dad ended up at one point like asking one of my principals for money. That's how bad the situation got. And I remember that principal really sticking a neck out, making sure I got a job, make sure that this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't nothing had dawned on me in the wake of me being a kid. Like, I was still aloof to the situation, but like I was kind of getting a gravitas on it. Holy shit, they were more involved than I would even be aware. Holy shit, bro. Like, oh my God, we really the poor family. Make sure you finish college. Oh, don't go down his path. My dad says all the time, you know, when people see me, they always ask me, how's your son? Oh, I get it, because they're not, you don't offer them, and you don't have the stature you once had. I have that. I'm always moving. I'm always doing something. The expectation is that I am supposed to be more because of my environment. See? Now that shit's painful, because if you don't have a parent that knows how to parent, then all those expectations get compounded by the stress of making those expectations under that much duress. If my record of my house was clean, if everything was that would be easy, because that's all I would have to focus on. But you can't do homework while somebody over there bugging out on drugs. You just can't. But you are still held to the same standard, and even more, because society is quite aware that you are disenfranchised. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Wow. I love this country. I love life. bro. So not only do you not like, let's say police brutality wasn't a thing. Not only did you still get a massive group of people to protest a thing that wasn't a thing, if it wasn't such a thing, you would just harp on it just to get there, just to fucking get them off your back, right? And you still couldn't even do that. We're gonna pass the George Floyd policing bill that's effective in a few states and that people will try to overturn or pass their own laws. You want me to be a kid throughout all that? No wonder millennials and fucking Gen Zers and fucking boomers are all stuck, bro. You add society's definition of valuable to be quantifiable, and you don't get where, like, growing up in a scenario where everything you did was clocked because they wanted you to be perfect so you could be another success story. Look at that brother. He made it out the hood. I taught him, and he living a good life. Not in this terrible area. Thanks, I failed. I think about that. Because, you know, my elementary school and my middle and high school are very close to me. I think about that. And I think about the cornerstones of what it is like to be somewhat smarter than your peers objectively, and how just that alienates you. Bro, I'm not trying to make you feel dumb. I just talk that way. Oh my God, people I remember that. I remember I used to get into fights with kids, or at least like close to fights, because they think I was belittling them because like I used a larger vocabulary, and it used to stun the fuck out of me. Because it's like, bro, I read the same books you have access to. I'm going through the same shit you're going through. Probably even worse. You know, I understand you live in the projects, but I've been in your house, bro. You got PlayStation, you got everything. Your mom make food for you. She leave you alone. She let you have friends over. She let you go out. I be seeing you out every day. Bro, what is your problem? So when you're poor, you can't even express yourself up to their standards. But since you black, you one of us. So I'll think you shit talking me just cause it is, but like I'm not gonna let somebody press you. Like you cool enough in that regard. You don't be doing no snake shit, bro. And it's these questions, you know? It's these questions that always get me. It's these questions that always like trick me. And it makes me reevaluate growing up. Were you always getting high grades? Did you find the class easier? Or was that education just subpar and didn't challenge you? So the first time you got a challenge, just like anything else in your life, because you're poor, you're used to just missing out. So it's like, I'm not gonna put in 6 months of work for the possibility of 4 years of work. What happens if there's nothing to work at after 6 months? What happens if I don't get chosen? Waste of time. 6-week class, 9 to 5. I could be building my Twitch audience. At least I'm getting somewhere with that. Because you're poor and all you've learned is survival, and all you've gotten to is the core of your being and all that you recognize as unfaithful to your design. I don't know. It's just, yo, like, why not? Why not talk about that? The fear of commitment, because if you commit to something and it fails, you feel like you've wasted time, money, and opportunity. friend of mine in this chat was just like, yo, I was scared to come back to streaming and I got a warm welcome. Couldn't be me though, because I would have to be running a marathon from here to California to ever take a break long enough where I didn't twitch involuntarily. Yes, that was a pun on this website. I would have to twitch involuntarily to get back to streaming because I know that I could fall off. These motherfuckers don't like you enough to wait a month, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? What is you talking about? But then I was on a panel. And that panel doing numbers. I'm getting follows. There you go, Marquise. You earned something. That didn't add revenue. That didn't increase my max viewers. My subscription goal is still at the bottom line. Like, levels. Levels. My goal was to hit 300 followers in 1 year. I am above that. And next month we'll make a year. What's the next goal? You got to start pushing for subs soon, bro. You don't have to stream more to make people want to sub for this type of content. Being poor, refusal to commit, being black, being unknown in a universe full of white streamers, hoping you stand out, hoping you cultivate a community that loves you and adores you because you didn't get that at home, because you grew up in a black household, so things like mental health did not exist. You neglected it not because you chose to, but because you were literally ignorant to the information that could have saved you time and energy in trying to figure out why you react certain ways to certain things. Not having enough money to go out enough to have other experiences, to be around other people so you could better manage your stress at home, not being able to take a vacation, always having to work. Wondering if you'll raise a family the same way or try to change it, but as the outlook as you get older and older, the outlook looks grimmer and grimmer. Pain. Rewriting history. Choosing what you did not understand beforehand and making a grand gesture to go and extend your hand at the thing and say, you had me back then, but now I know how to beat you now. And you don't have all the tools you need, even though you know what's required to build this table, and you can't do it because you just never had the chance to. And now you're given the entire world and said, go make something of yourself. And you expect people to succeed in that world. Pain. Painful being black. Met this strange ass girl dating this strange ass dude in the middle of some back alley town in fucking Pennsylvania when I was teaching at Bryn Mawr. Weird girl. And the dude was like, yeah, I don't have much. I kind of live in this like trailer shit out back down this road in this little community. And he was like, it'd be hard to get service up here. I do got some Wi-Fi or whatever. He would really talk like that. That's why I'm sorry. I ingest people's, this is a real thing, not even trying to be funny based on, because I already told you the details of this person, based on the details. Really funny. That was a trigger, like really big thing for me. If I was around somebody with a specific accent for more than like 5 hours,
now you're speaking my language.
if I was behind somebody, I was around someone with a.
Is practicing socialism.
Now did you die? Oh, that's cute. I gotta make more of those. When I was around them, even he had his own spot. He wasn't really even working. I don't even know what his fucking income was. But even he had like his own car, and like it was a little beater, but it drove. They could drive far. It had little mileage. Even there, like more freedom than I could have experienced. I blew out my calf muscle because I was kick scootering all around the campus to get my head clean. Didn't have weed, so it was like impossible to smoke. Could have brought weed too. Really could have brought weed too. Smoked that shit deep off campus or something. That would have been fire. I miss those little moments where it felt like economics didn't matter. I was gaining shit based off of merit. And then like I see how certain corporations treated me. I see how certain people within those corporations treated me. They didn't see me as human. They didn't see me as a dude with a mission. Yeah, we should keep that guy on. He a little, but he got the message. He got the, what's the meme? What's the meme? He a little crazy, but he got the message. Like at least he cares. At least he cares. I miss that, yo. And it's like just being in the situation that I was in is what dictated it. And I hate that people say you make the best of your situations. Like I was in Japan for a period of time. I fucked that up. I had the chance to go somewhere for college. I fucked that up. Because I was going through something that wasn't allowed to exist within this fucking domain. Like, how fucked up is that? How fucked up is that? To want so much for yourself and to know that your circumstances alone put you somewhere you didn't want to be. But at the time, because you were just so enthralled in the mental anguish and trying to figure out your way through the murky, why days felt different, why summer used to hit when you was a kid. That's why I put that shit in my poems, because we done forgot that. We've shaved off all that, and we don't even understand the core reason for why people in inner city communities are more prone to violence, lack of resources. Living in survival mode, bro, it really is a lawless jungle. And that's not their fucking fault. Not enough support. If everybody had one watermelon to split up each day and we all got the same watermelon, we would adapt. Right now, not everybody has a fucking watermelon, and that's not fair. That's not fair. And like this is a story of just growing up black and poor and what every radiating thought from that comes to. But like you could get into the pandemic. Like Imagine all of that. Imagine there are people alive from segregational times. Like, imagine mixing all of that, all of those millions and billions of people all interlacing into a community and trying to find some common thread, and then removing experiences from those people's communities, locking it behind a paywall and saying, you only get this slice of life if you're better than your peers. And y'all applaud that? Coming to my stream, come on, comment on my shit. Wow, this is so profound, bro. I wonder why nobody's talking about it. Because you're not talking about it. Like, I'm happy for people to climb their way up. This is not about, like, this is about a long stretch of just thought. Like, a long stretch of figuring out how we end up on two sides of a spectrum of kindness. So to go back, to reference what I've already said, it's like I think about the teachers. I think about, did I really deserve what they were saying, what they were asking of me? Did I really deserve did I need tutoring? Did I need an extra space? Like, I used to hate tutoring. You want me to stay after school longer? There's no fucking reward for that. If you come to tutoring, I'll give you 2 points on the exam. So that way people who really need help can get enough points to miss a question on their exam, but they never structured it like that. See? Me as a teacher, I give you opportunity and I help you work through your issue. If you come to tutoring 5 days a week for 1 week, you'll get enough points on the exam that you can miss a question. So let's say you just don't get something, maybe I'll make one of that the bigger points, and you could just not do that and still get 100. Cause I don't give a fuck, bro. Come to school to learn. Come to school to explore something you ain't think about. Don't come to school to fucking make me happy with high test grades. Suck my dick. I don't know what home you, and here we go with the references. I don't know what home you come from. I'm not here to stress you out. I'm not here to stress you the fuck out. The fuck? I'm here to be a teacher, not your fucking executioner. But I understand that because I guess being poor gave me empathy. See? Now it becomes a question of well, you said all this stuff about how difficult it is. What did being black and poor growing up give you? It's hard to talk about what it gave you when it also took a lot away. It's hard to explain that to people because if you do a music video for somebody and you charge a certain rate, they're going to think, oh, that's either a steal or, oh, that's a little bit too much money. But for you, bro, if I can make this every month, I can move out and I would be free from the mental anguish of what I live through. But you can't sell something to a client like that. You can't sell gift subs on Twitch by saying, please help me out of this mortal coil of painful darkness and existence. No, streaming on Twitch is my escape. But even in there, this person on the screen might have to be different from what you will personally know about me. I refuse to lie to my audience. They're gonna know. You're gonna hear. You're gonna listen. Because what the most devastating part about growing up the way I grew up is that you will never trust yourself to be correct, even when the answer is right there in front of you. You need a sure bet. If I do this, I will get X. Because that's how you survive. You don't middleman it out. You don't wait for 6 weeks. You don't do a job and get paid 6 months later. I want it now. And I want to say goodbye because I need to move on to the next job. If I invest time and it fails, that is a failure on my mark to provide as a man. That is a failure on my mark to succeed as a black man. And that is a failure to survive as an economically poor person. Make me and everyone else like you so we can succeed too. And when everybody's succeeding, you will begin to see that nobody was in the first place. And I feel like that's what this pandemic gave us all the way around the board. Like, who was really succeeding? The people that could take off 6 months to a year and be fine financially. That's who really pulled through. Oh my God, quarantine. Oh my God, quarantine. Appreciate the raid. Thank you. Oh my God, quarantine. It's so bad. It's so bad. Living in your $1 million mansion. I would have killed to spend every day in quarantine chilling at the pool. I had to work. I had to find a way to survive. Welcome to the Raiders. I'm in the middle of a segment, but I will do it anyway in the middle of a segment because I have ADHD and that's how I get down with the down, you know? I am a politics streamer who likes to talk about life issues and play a lot of video games. I'm currently going through I wouldn't call it crises. It's just more of like a self-actualization, more self-realization. So I'm working on being able to chat with my stream and actually have intellectual, deep conversations because people in this chat don't generally chat. So that way they just listen to me. So I'm kind of more of a podcast. I don't know what you are. Most people can just call me Died Hassan, if that's what you fucking like. Yeah, I play video games. We try to have some fun here. I talk politics and some just deep shit. I also do poetry and photography streams. Hopefully you like any of those or anything. And if you don't, I hope you find a streamer that does. I'm gonna get back to the segment because I'm recording it live. And that's why if you're on YouTube, you should fucking be on Twitch. So this is less awkward. Yo, I can't be a robot, yo. Oh my God, you're gonna have to, bro, I can't take a phone call right now. It's my wedding partner, guys. Give me 1 second. We're talking about, we're ending up the segment on being black and poor in America. Give me 1 second. Why would you call me? Must be important if he calling me from the phone. Answer Kevin's call, you're bugging. I'm not breaking my stride in this segment. It's only got like a minute and a half left of thought. I feel as though we are on the precipice of understanding the struggle mentally of what it's like to be without. And I just don't know where I fit in, or will that even be my road to fruition. Like I always said, yo, if I had the money to move out, if I had the money to like create my own space or whatever, I would just fucking do that, and that would be the answer to it all. But then it's like you also need to unpack everything. You don't just move into the apartment and it all sweeps away. Like you've got to unlearn behaviors. I'm out of toilet paper, bro. Go get more toilet paper. You never have napkins in the house. That's because I'm not used to buying them because I grew up poor, and like when we got one, we fucking got. Sorry, okay, he did text me. Let me check real quick. Ooh, I do not have it. All right, so I'm just gonna tell him I didn't back that up because I don't have that card. DR40 XLR. Bro, if you left it, bro. If you use mine, then anyway. To wrap this all up, I fear that what I see as the truth of my upbringing will bring me to the realization that, like, I'm not allowed to feel things, if that makes sense. I'm not allowed to feel because I don't have the time to. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares. So you could make your entire identity around making people care. But like, I also see what's successful, and I'm not gonna bog down everybody's mood by literally doing that every single time. So it's a balance. And I feel like I would be better adept at the balance if I had my own space. So while I don't have my own space, I have to live within the confines of what that space gives me. And sometimes that's just not enough for me to press the button. And that all stems from little habits and stuff that I picked up while being I just don't have the effectiveness I once had at believing in myself, because it's like then you start thinking into the past, like I could have done it then. If I really feel so strongly about it, I could have done it then. Why didn't you? And it's like the rest of your brain's telling you it doesn't matter, just do it now. And it's like, is that in now? It doesn't matter, do it now. But I also need to work. And I need to provide, and I need to eat. How do I do those things? It doesn't matter, do it now. So I'm doing it now. I'm probably gonna make a part 2 to this because I want to go more in depth into like specific scenarios and like my upbringing with being black and poor and like certain monumental moments. But for right now, I'm gonna end it here. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. If you're on Twitch live with me right now, hit that follow button. It'd be greatly appreciated. We're trying to grow a community up in this bitch.